guys to check out here, as well as free food and happy hour.
Come on, let's check it out.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm standing in front of the Horizon 42Q. This was introduced last year, but it's still a vehicle that every time you see it, it turns heads everywhere. It's fantastic. I have Ryan with me, product manager. Ryan, let's get into the vehicle here a little bit, and what would you like to share first about it?
Yeah, well, first I'd like to start off is just talk a little bit about the Horizon itself. Is what we are looking at is a 42Q. This is a bath and a half floor plan. But talking a little bit about some of the features and benefits on the outside, this is built on a Freightliner XCL chassis with the Maxim foundation. This is kind of a works between Winnebago Industries and Freightliner to come up with a proprietary foundation and set up underneath for this coach. What that's going to give you as the owner is you're going to maximize your storage, which we'll look at here in a little bit. But also, based on the design of this chassis, we're giving a lower center of gravity, so it's giving you a lot better ride and handling when you're going down the coach.
Very important at a vehicle this size.
Yeah. I mean, when people upgrade to a diesel pusher, they're always looking for a better ride and handling and making it easier when they're taking their coaches down the road for 400 or 500 miles. They don't want to be stressed when they get there. A coach like this will definitely make their travels a lot easier. So
I want to remind everybody to start sending in some questions. Yeah. While we have Ryan here, now is the best opportunity to get these questions answered right away for you.
As long as they're not too technical.
He can handle it all.
We got help on the backside.
He'll be okay.
Too, so
definitely give us likes. But before you go over there, Ryan, I'm sorry.
Yes, sorry.
Tell me about the turning radius with the wheel, the cut percentage and all that.
Great point. So on this particular coach, on the 42 footer, we have the independent front suspension. So with that, you're going to have a 60-degree wheel cut. So a lot of people get kind of intimidated when they're driving or looking at a coach this size. Yeah. But actually, a coach like this with the independent front suspension with the 60 degrees, has a better ability to turn around a tighter circle than a lot of gas coaches that are shorter than this.
Which gets you in and out of gas stations,
yeah,
gets you in and out of your campgrounds a little easier,
chance,
all that.
The less you're backing up, the less chance you're bumping into something. Okay. So this will help that immensely. And the other side of it is being independent front suspension. It, again, improves that ride and handling when you're going down the road. So,
okay.
So continuing on with talking about the chassis and the idea what we've got with the XCL chassis from Freightliner and the Maxim foundation is you maximize your storage. And not only do you get a lot of storage,
storage,
but it allows us to design the main storage compartment as wide as we can, so you have these very large pull-out trays. And this tray goes out either side, and it has a capacity of 800 pounds. But not only do you have 800 pounds,
wow.
Yeah. So not only is it the fact that you have this big wide tray, but it's also at a really good height. If you're putting objects in here, you're not, you're kind of right where you're standing. You're not getting clear down on the ground like you'd see in a lot of our competitors where the tray's a lot lower. So ergonomically, it's just a better setup in operation.
And I could throw a mattress in here, and this could be my sleeping area.
Yeah,
this would be great. Nobody would even know I was under there.
Right. The other one we have, I'm going to get on my phone here. This still works.
So give us likes, gives us shares, all that. Help us get the word out. This is a beautiful coach. It is the Horizon 42Q. It has more storage down underneath here.
Yeah. And those storage totes come with every one of the coaches. What I was setting up here is this actually has the undercarriage lighting feature or option on it.
While you're getting that, though, also talk about that the cargo bay area is a separate climate control. Keeping everything.
Yeah, perfect. So what this is equipped with is the Aqua heating system. It's the 400 diesel version that comes from Aqua. The great part about it is it's zoned. So you got 3 zones. You got one in your living, one in your bed or bathroom and bedroom area, and then you have a third zone in the basement. In actuality, you can turn this up to get the basement about 60 degrees if you wanted to. You probably wouldn't. It would be too practical.
Wouldn't need that.
Well,
unless if I'm sleeping under there with the mattress, I like it a little warm.
If Mama kicks you out and puts you downstairs, you stay warm. But yeah, what I was getting set up here is this does have an option for undercarriage lighting. very easy to switch inside, and then you just sync it with the app. But you basically have the ability to change this to whatever you want. You can have it dance to music. You can set it for seasons.
It's like party mode.
Blue and green. You can set the speed and slow it way down. And so it kind of gives it a fun atmosphere on the outside of the coach. And as we started going to a lot of rallies, we started noticing most people have some type of rope lighting around their coaches. So this gave it the full RGB setup, and you have full flexibility. So it's kind of cool.
I always lay out rope lighting on our, because we don't have this in ours.
And that's the other thing too. On this coach, we put that all the way around the motorhome.
That's nice.
Some of our competitors that offer this, just
I like it for what you said too, seasonal. So you could do a red, green for Christmas, and maybe an orange for
there you go.
fall. Halloween. There you go.
And then and they speed that up a little bit if you want to see the greens and the reds a little bit more.
So it's decorations that you don't even have to store. It's it's there for you whenever you want to use it.
Exactly.
Very nice.
So yeah, that's kind of some of the features out here. We can head inside if you want.
Sure.
And kind of start looking at the dash area.
Come on inside.
Yeah.
Keep these questions coming. I see we got a lot of people starting to join us.
Do we have any questions yet that we need to?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So inside, let's take a look at this front. Right away, I noticed this large 10-inch screen.
Yep.
And you have a secondary screen for the passenger.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm going to turn this on real quick so you can see. So now, yeah, what you're talking about here is we have a 10-inch screen here and a 6-inch screen over there. Our old version of this, we actually stacked these screens because this was the main unit, the 10-inch screen, and then the 6-inch was just a passive screen, meaning another source for the main unit. We've changed that now, so this unit is active, that unit is active. So when I'm driving down the road, or my wife's driving the vehicle down the road, she can be looking, or I can be looking at the GPS and the radio on this side, and if I'm sitting over there, I can change that and look at cameras if I'd like.
So they're not just mirroring each other.
No, they're not mirroring each other at all. It just gives full functionality for both screens for what this system offers. The other neat thing that we've started offering, and it's on all of our...
This is one of my favorites right here. I love this dash.
All of our diesel pushers, we've switched over to the OptiView dash, that digital dash, and I just hit the turn signal to flip that on and off.
Yeah, but it's so sharp.
But this is actually technology that comes from Mercedes S-Class vehicles, and Freightliner has had the opportunity to leverage that. We've actually taken the step to put this across all diesel pushers in the Winnebago lineup.
And some of the information on that dash that I was impressed with is now you have tire pressure monitoring system on these tires that are going right to your dash. You don't need another little display that you add on later on or anything like that.
Yeah, and I was going to try. Oh, here it is. So you want to look at here just real quick. The nice thing about this is that I can go on, and it looks like it's trying to get the information from but it'll actually tell the pressure of the tires and the temperature of the tires. You also have the ability to set up tow car vehicles too, and it's just adding sensors aftermarket that you would purchase, but it's real easy to do.
And it can just tie right into that. You're not picking up a secondary screen, nothing like that.
No, you just select the tire that you're putting the sensor on. It takes about 30 seconds.
And it's being monitored all the time. You don't have to have the screen on for it to monitor.
No, so basically, if something were to come up, you're going to get a warning. That thing's like that. You're going to have a warning that says tire pressure.
And tires this size, this is important.
Very, very important. So, very, very intuitive system, and like I said, it's only going to show you when you have a warning.
Okay.
So,
all right.
It's kind of in the cab area. One other thing I do want to stress and talk about with our coaches or diesel pushers is that we do offer a 3-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Nice.
Best in the industry for diesel pushers.
Nice.
That's whether it's a Forza or a Horizon product. It's something we started offering about 1.5 years ago, and it's basically to tell our owners and our customers we're here to back our products.
Yeah. So that's a long time, worry-free. That you're covered. That's awesome. And now, of course, when you look in a Horizon, my favorite time, I've been here for 2 days now. I like sitting over here and watching everybody's jaw just drop as they walk in here. And it's just amazing just to watch their expressions, because this is like nothing else. It's just modern, it's sleek, it's clean lines going back. It's already a large coach, but with these lines, it makes it even larger in a sense. This is just nice.
Yeah, because it is so clean and straight line, but you don't have a lot of the jogginess that you'd see in a traditional motorhome. So it is very clean, sophisticated, and that was part of the big intent of the design. It's one thing to put a different type of cabinet, but to actually go through the whole package of this motorhome and hit every single detail. That was the goal, and hopefully everybody's loving it. So, well, like I said, we talked earlier, is we're in the 42Q floor plan. What I love about this floor plan is that when you look at it, it's hard to separate a floor plan, or a motorhome into different parts of it, because it's just, 400 square foot. You can't really do much with it. But this sofa that we have, this is a sectional sofa that Winnebago Industries designed. It came out and kind of revolutionized the industry back around 2010. It has our built-in rest-easy sofa, so both of those sections here are electric. You have controls for that on the side.
Oh, look at that.
And then you have another control for this one here in the back. This does have pull-out ottomans as well, but it makes this coach very usable in a real a setting to where you can sit down with multiple people, have conversations, or if you look at where the TV is, it's set up perfectly for viewing.
I love this fireplace. Is the fireplace functional, or is it just for looks?
Yeah, well, right now we have it just set for looks because it's not real,
Right, we don't need it any warmer in here. We're sweating as it is.
There's definitely not a need for it, but yeah, it will provide heat.
Okay.
And the nice thing is, I hear from people all the time that they thought when they got this it was going to be worthless, but as they get into climates where they just have a chill in the air in the morning, they turn that on. That's all they use.
That's great.
So
hopefully you guys are sending us some questions. I know Ryan is eager to answer questions.
Yes.
He loves questions. I've been asking him questions all day long, and he can't seem to get enough. But yeah, so you're right, Ryan. So now you have your true living area. Now you're in a kitchen area, which is something that you don't typically see. Usually, so I always say, in my living space, but I have to put it under quotes because I got my sofa. Well, I don't even have a sofa in mine, but so I have my dinette, my kitchen, everything is all in one spot. So take us into the kitchen. I'm going to see if we have some questions.
Yeah, so in the galley area here, it's kind of a unique thing we have kind of a built-in drying rack right in the countertop. So that way you're setting wet dishes that you just clean, the water will run right back down into the sink. We have back here is actually a little hatch or a hole that you can pull up, and there's a garbage can. So it actually stores the garbage outside. It's easily accessible from your exterior TV entertainment center. So again, it's keeping kind of the stink and smell.
Power outlet, does that drop in and out? Does that
so
get out of the way? Okay.
A little pulls up and down. You got a USB and then two 110 outlets.
Hey, that's nice.
Away kind of flat and sleek. We do have a large farm-style sink that's a single bowl, but very large, deep
very
sink.
Sharp. And it's very large, very large.
And we have storage underneath here, too, as well. So trying to utilize as much or make usable countertop space as well as using that area for storage.
I thought that was very classy, too. It reminds me of like a grand piano.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody has ever said that to you,
It does
but
kind of look like that for sure, yeah.
I really like it.
Part of the styling, like I said, we were talking about the clean line. So a typical motorhome, this is just sitting out in space and just kind of, makes it look more like a motorhome. So we try to enclose that, keep it all nice and clean. Same thing with, and I keep bumping that. We have a built-in dishwasher here, drawer style.
Very large dishwasher at that. Mm-hmm. Not expecting that.
So it's finished off with the same type of styling of the cabinets as well.
Can you let them know run to the floors as you're in a few minutes, but if they have any questions for the floors?
Sure. So if you guys have questions, now's definitely the time to ask them. We will be right after here. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be running literally from here outside. We have a Forza parked out there, and we're going to be showing you the Forza too. So don't go anywhere. Keep questions coming. Give us likes. Give us love. I wanted to point out too. I know.
Yeah.
Open that up for me, please. That this was really nice. You kind of just passed right through that, but that's pretty sharp idea that they slide in the back there.
That way, it still makes it a usable space.
Yeah, I like that.
It's not in your way.
I like that. I like simple ideas that work really well.
The other thing to point out is to have an induction cooktop, and this coach is a all electric coach. You have residential refrigerator. You have 2,800 watt inverter.
How many house batteries?
6 AGM batteries. It does have LP on board, but it's just a 20-pound tank that's plumbed across underneath to go to a portable hookup on the outside.
So you're leaving that propane off all the time. You're only using it when you're parked. If you want to cook outdoors,
right? If you don't want it at all, you can take the tank out and leave it at home.
Do whatever you want to do with it.
Okay. So you have your half bath in here. Pretty good size for a half bath.
Electric flush toilet, I believe, in the half as well,
Half
right?
as well, yeah. On all Horizons, we put electric flush toilets, whether there's one or two in the coach. So, great storage. You have a nice big pantry with pull-out.
I love these pull-outs. Would love to see
pantry
this.
drawers.
Yeah, I want to see
Make
that
it
everywhere.
easy. Access all that back there. Large wardrobe with storage drawers. One thing I didn't mention is that all the drawers are soft close drawers.
Oh, look at that.
As well as the overheads, which I didn't bring up and I want to point out, is we did switch. Early on we had some functionality with these, but we have changed to a European style hinge. It's a Blum hinge.
That is a huge hinge.
It is.
That is powerful.
They're very robust.
Yeah.
The nice thing is that they can hold up about any weight door that we have, and we have some really big doors up in the front overhead.
Okay.
So these can be set, and they're very good for adjustability, but just a real high-end contemporary.
3
engine.
AC units, so you're keeping cool throughout the whole coach, even in something this size.
Right. 3 AC units, 13.5s, and you have a ceiling fan as well.
Good size TV with a sound
40-inch
bar.
TV in the bedroom. We do have the Innomax sleep system, so individual air mattresses for his and hers desire on how firm or soft they want the bed. And it is an articulating bed, so you can sit up in the bed, read books, watch TV, or maybe sleep in a little bit of an incline as well.
Very nice.
We do have storage next to the bed on each side. And we have 110 and USB charging. It's hard to see it, but there's USB charging down in each one of those outlets on both sides.
Wrapping it up. All right.
The bathroom area, real quick, like we mentioned, it does have the power flush toilet. We do have standard washer and dryer. Again,
Stackable.
with the doors that will slide back in again to make it easier to use, but they are stackable.
Very nice.
Two more things, and then we got to wrap it up. But again, because it's kind of unique on this, is we do have very deep medicine cabinets that can also be used as doubled as linen storage, and then they all have pull-out drawers on both sides, top and bottom. And then in this large storage compartment here as well, we brought out the storage or the shelves that can slide in and out to make it easier to access and use that storage.
Large shower with a lot of light.
Large shower, and then I got to throw one thing out to my buddy Niles. I don't know if he's watching right now, but he did the intent yesterday, and he was talking about how big the shower is. And he's going to want to kill me for saying this, but I just want to say I make the shower look even bigger than he does. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up.
All right.
Let Kenny take it.
So thanks, everybody, for joining us here. We want to remind you that we are heading over to the Forza, so don't go anywhere. If you would like more information on this Horizon 42Q, check out WinnebagoIND.com for our specs and all of your information there. We want to thank you for joining, hoping you're sharing, and you can send the questions even after all this, and we'll get to those questions. But thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
We're very much known as a traditional, very conservative company. It would be very easy to develop 3 or 4 different series of motorhomes and have them basically look exactly the same on the interior and just put different features with that. But I firmly believe every product we come up with has to have a story, and there has to be an identity for that product.
Hi, I'm Ryan Roski, and this year I'm introducing the new Winnebago Horizon.
The Horizon's identity to me would be sleek, sophisticated, functional, fresh, new, contemporary design. Some would say European styling, but when you walk in it, it's going to be very inviting. It's going to be very clean, open, vibrant colors. Everybody wants to differentiate their product, but if you look at the industry as a whole, then and now, it's really it's a sea of sameness. It's really something we're trying to get out of. So we started talking with dealers, we started talking with customers, and so we started creating mock-ups of interiors of what you see here, and we started showing them to key dealers. We started showing them to some of our WIT owners, which is our Winnebago Itasca Travelers, and we got very positive feedback. At the end of the day, as we were really trying to change the interiors of the coaches and give something that nobody else is providing today, and something that when they walk into it, they're going to know that this is a Winnebago Industries product. It's very contemporary design, it's very sleek. Going through the mock-up stages and trying to build these and making sure all the cabinet doors line up. There's a lot of things that have to hit perfectly, and then also be able to design that so it's manufacturable. We got creative on how we could use storage in this, but then by using that storage, we wanted to also make it look really nice and make it functional at the same time. Like on the countertop, we actually engraved grooves in the countertop, so it's a built-in drying rack for your dishes. Typically a TV will be back here on the wall and you sit on the couch here and you're looking sideways. But where's the best place to put the TV? It's straight across, so it's got a pop-up TV on the passenger side. We have 2 sinks in the bathroom. The shower is very large. For a 40-foot floor plan, it's set up very well that way. The big features on the coach that at this price point that people are going to expect is the horsepower. And this is built on our Maxim chassis, so it's got tons of exterior storage, pass-through storage, but also it comes with the Cummins ISL 400 horsepower up to a 450 horsepower engine, as well as independent front suspension on the tag axle offerings. His predecessor did not have those features, and so we were trying to up the game. Aqua hot heating system is another big one. So this is an all-electric coach, has induction cooktop, and a diesel burning furnace in it. I can't wait to be able to show people this. I think people are going to come in and go, wow, because there's not another coach out there in the industry that looks anything like this. People are tired of the same old, same old. That's where we started down this path. Asked ourselves, how can we throw this out there and set us way apart from everybody else and come up with a game changer? I'm pretty excited and pretty confident it's going to be just that.